morning, everyone. Let's get started. Just like usual, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Find that length through your vertebrae. We're going to chin tuck back for 10. Ready? And begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's reset. Find that length. We're going to head turn 5 per side. Ready? Begin. 1, back to center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, got that part done. Warm up part, we're going to do an ABCD, 4 exercises. We're going to repeat. We're going to start with our 4 count cherry picker and reach. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and up. Okay, and then we're going to go into a lateral shift. Okay, so our feet are going to come really wide here. And we're also going to add a Y raise. So we're going to sink back into our one hip, right? And then we're going to kind of make a Y shape with our hands coming upwards. Yeah, that's it. Drive up, come back down, and then sink back through that other hip and back down, okay? I just want to give a side profile here. So remember, it's hip back, okay? So that's what we want to think of, our hip going back, all right? And that just in comparison to, I just want to show you what it not is. And this might, if anyone's questioning, wait, am I doing that? It's not knee forward. Do you see this? This is not what we're doing. I'm giving the wrong, see how I'm going knee forward and my butt's not coming back as far? We're not as stable there and we're putting too much pressure on our knee. So it's not knee forward, it's hip back. Do you see that difference? You kind of lean forward a little bit more. So some of you may be doing it correctly. I just want to give that little visual of what, hip back, not knee forward. After that, we are going into our transverse squat. Okay, so we're going to rotate through our hips here and get some rotation going, or get some rotation going. All right, and then our last one's going to be our back, forward knee, getting a little more intensity into it, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to start with our 4 count cherry picker to reach. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So reaching outwards, inwards, middle and inwards and up. Out, middle, inwards, up. So we're not locked out at the knees, but we are feeling a nice little stretch through the back side of the legs here. Getting our hips moving here. Getting our shoulders moving. We're going to go into that lateral shift to Y raise in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're going to step it out a little wider here. We're going to hip back, right? Not knee forward. We want to feel the weight in the heel of our foot. And then we're going to drive up through that heel to come back into that center. Make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. We're trying to keep our shoulders back and down as we lift up, right? I'm not up here as I do it. Okay, I'm trying to keep everything down. 2, 1, let's bring our feet in, go back to that cherry picker. And up. In 5, we're going to go back to that lateral shift with that Y raise. 2 and 1. Let's step it out wider. Hip back, weight in the heel. Drive up through the heel. Back to center. Other side. All right, next we're going to go to our transverse squat. 2 and 1. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and rotate our foot out, drive up. Okay. So remember, we're looking at 12 o'clock on the clock for our start position, 9 o'clock when we go towards the left, 3 o'clock when we go towards the right with the direction of our feet. Back, forward knee in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let's go back, forward. And back to those squats. Here we go. Rotate. Five more seconds here. And back to that back, forward knee. 3, 2, and 1. We get back. Moving our body in all sorts of planes of motions here, just priming it. We're going to go all the way to the top with cherry pickers in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Out, middle, in, up. More seconds here, and we're going to go to that lateral shift with Y raise. 3, 2, and 1. Let's step it out a little wider here. Hip sinks back, weight in the heel, drive it on up the center. Transverse squats in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. We're going to rotate, squat, rotate, squat. Ten more seconds here. I'm going to go to that back, forward knee. 3, 2, and 1. Back, forward. Three, 2, and 1. All right, guys. So I kept our workout in line with last week as with the format. We're going to have 3 12-minute blocks. Same idea, 4 exercises, 45, 15. Our first 12-minute block is going to be our lateral shift. So we were just warming up with that, okay? We're going to load it this time, okay? So you're going to take a pair of weights, just going to demo right now, okay? In either hand. Just like in our warm-up, we're going to take a wide stance and stay there. Feet are going to stay there once we found the right spot, right? And we're going to shift our hip back, drive it up. Okay, so our weights are going to end up on either side of our leg when we're sinking back. Okay, let me just show it from the side here. Okay, so wide stance, remember, hip back, drive up. Okay, so remember, this is what we're not doing right here. We don't want this. See the difference there? That's a knee forward. We don't want that. We want hip back. That's what we want, okay? All right, so that little visual there, we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna go into our single arm rows. So single arm on right and left, okay? And then we have our, what do we have here? We have our lateral shift, single arm row, and then we're gonna do squat, squat, knee, knee, okay? Take it at a pace that feels comfortable for you. This is our cardio component, okay? So if you're still working on the quality of your rep, keep it slow, okay? And if you have the movement down, you wanna take a little faster, that's okay too, okay? All right, so 45, 15, we're gonna start with that lateral shift. So we can use two weights. We can also do this one body weight. If you're seated, you're gonna alternate your lateral taps here, okay? So let's go ahead and grab our weights. I am picking a little bit of a heavier weight just because it's my lower body and I know I'm okay with it. So assess yourself. If you can go a little heavier because you're at that place, go ahead and do that, okay? All right, here we go. 45 seconds, lateral shift, wide stance, toes are forward in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so here we go. Hips back, drive it up. Okay, really try to focus on making a mind-muscle connection as you drive that heel up, that your glute is working to help get you back up. Keep that belly button to spine. Keep that spine nice and neutral. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, good. So now we're gonna go to our single arm rows. Okay, so we're gonna pick a side and do this seated. We're leaning on chair here. Grab the weight, split stance, core is engaged, and here we go. Pull back into that pocket. Remember, our prime mover is that lat. My hips are staying pointed towards the floor. I'm not letting my one hip round up towards the ceiling. Ten more seconds on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get set up for the other side. Pull my hair back now. Okay, let's get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Pulling that weight up towards the pocket. Think of that lat muscles activating and engaging, keeping my core nice and tight here. So we're past halfway for this one. Three, 2, and 1. Okay. Last move in this block is our squat, squat, alt knee raise. If you're seated, you can do leg extension, knee, knee, leg, leg, knee, knee. Okay. Here we go. Squat, squat. What you're trying to do is get good form and then do it as fast as you can with good form. Okay, so your form dictates your speed. Okay. Ten more seconds here, and we're going back to our lateral shift. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. Round 1. Back to that wide stance lateral shift here. Hips going back in 3, 2, and 1. Sink it back, drive, pushing through the heel of the foot. Check with your other leg, not the one where the knee is bent, but the other one. Are you able to keep it nice and straight? Maybe even feel a little stretch. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Back to single arm rows next. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Halfway on this side. Ten more seconds. 2, and 1. Okay. Get set up for the other side here. We start in 10. Let's get ready. And here we are. Pulling it back towards that pocket. Trying to pay attention to that large back muscle that's around our rib cage and the back side. Halfway. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, coming up on our cardio component, squat, squat, knee, knee. Remember, your form and the quality of your repetition is going to help dictate how fast you're able to go through it. Here we go. So get the form down first. Maybe repeat it in your head, that squat, squat, knee, knee. Do what you need to do to find your good form and rhythm. You might even feel in the second half of this 45 that you can speed up a little bit as your body gets used to the pattern. Three, 2, and 1. Okay. Woo. One more round. Okay. Back to that lateral shift. Okay. All right. So wide stance here. Feet are stationary. Once we get there, sink that hip back. Keep that core engaged. All right. Ten more seconds of these. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to single arm rows. One more set on each side. Let's get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Just past halfway. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Got to even out. Get that other side. We go in 10. All right, let's get ready. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Back on. Just past halfway. Five, 2, and 1. All right, time on that one. Next, cardio move, our squat, squat, knee, knee, and that will close out this first block. Ready? And begin. Halfway. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice work, guys. Whew. Recover. Get a drink. Recover while I explain our next one. So we're going to go into alternating reverse lunges next, okay? So we have a couple different options here. Both hands on the back of the chair, right? Dropping that back knee down, driving up through that front heel. You can do one hand on the chair or no hands on the chair. And remember, your seated is always going to be your alternating leg press here. Okay. After that, we have curl to press. Okay, curl to press. Now, mind you, overhead pressing, we're going to use a lighter weight than we would for our upper body. Okay, and if you need an option, let's try this curl uppercut. Okay, see how this feels, uppercut. Okay, so if an overhead press, if your shoulders don't like that, at the top end of your curl here, just punch up, right, to about a 90-degree bend in the elbow and then bring it back, okay? So that's an option for you there. After that, we are doing a suitcase squat. So we're gonna hold on to 2 dumbbells and we're doing a sit squat, okay? So we're gonna pretend like these are suitcase handles, old-fashioned ones, right, before they had wheels, right? And we're gonna go ahead, sit it down, drive it up, okay? So your option would be, if you don't wanna do the seat, you can just do a squat without the seat too, okay? And then our cardio component, jumping jacks, okay, with a flexed foot, okay, or you could do some regular ones peppered in there, okay? So that is our next block. We're starting with our alternating reverse lunges, okay? If you feel strong and you want to hold a weight, you can do, yep, you can hold weights in either hand. I think I'm going to hold a weight, just one weight, a goblet style here for me today. But that is an option. You can do this body weight, okay? All right, let's get ready. I'll reverse lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. So I'm just holding one weight today. Here's a little tip and trick. When you hold a weight up in this goblet position like this, you're a little more core focused with your exercise, okay? It takes more core control to hold the weight up higher on our body. And when we're holding them down here, it's a little more grip focused, okay? So if you have a hard time holding on to bags from the grocery store or something like this, this will help train your grip so you have a stronger grip when you hold them hanging. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, recover. We are going into our curl to press next. Seated or standing here, okay? I feel like this is going to be too heavy. I'll see if I can do it. All right, curl, press. Remember, you can go into that uppercut instead of our press too. If you're standing, pay close attention that you're squeezing your glutes here. Give yourself a nice stable base of support to push those dumbbells overhead. Halfway. Almost there. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, okay. Next is that suitcase squat. So we're going to hold the weights on either side of our body here. All right, we're going to sit it down and then stand it back up. Ready? And here we go. And I'm just tapping on the chair just for a second. I'm not getting too comfortable on there. I mean, I feel like I sat down, but I'm like, as soon as I sit down, it's like a hot leather seat. I'm right back up. Driving through those heels. 10 more seconds. Got jumping jacks next. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, okay. Weights aside here. Let's flex that foot and guide through the heel of our foot when we do these. And if you'd like to pepper a couple regular jumping jacks in, do that too, okay? So it might look something like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then flexed foot 4. And maybe you're just better doing the flexed foot option, okay? So just tailor this to your ability. You want to feel slightly uncomfortable, like you're working, right? Challenging, but doable. Less than 10. 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. Round 1. They're going right back into those reverse lunges. Remember, you can always start early, stop late, whatever you need to do to make it good for you. Here we go. Drop that back knee down. Drive up through the front heel. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, okay? Whew. Get your drinks as you need it. Curl to press is next, okay? Or curl to uppercut. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze those glutes, belly button to spine. Help make it easier to push that weight overhead. Ten more seconds. And 5, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, suitcase squats are next. Sit squat. Well, let's get ready, everyone. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Have it down. Drive through those heels up. Just halfway. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Weights aside. Jumping jacks are next. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Flexed foot here. 4. You don't have to do the regular. It's just an option. You can keep it flexed. Halfway. 5 seconds. 2, and 1. Whew. 2 rounds down. 1 more to go. Back to our lunges. Almost there, guys. Lean into this discomfort a little. Take your drinks. Take a little extra recovery time. Here we go. Final set. Past halfway. Just have 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Curl to press, or curl to uppercut. Cores engage, squeezing my glutes here. Ready, and begin. Good, halfway point right here. Almost there. 10 seconds. few more reps. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Nice work. Suitcase squats are next. Getting a good sweat on here. All right, here we go. Final set of our suitcase sit squats. Ready? And begin. Tap it down. Drive through those heels. Past halfway. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, jumping jacks. Final exercise for this block. I'm feeling it too. All right, here we go. Flexed foot. 3, 2, and 1. Oops, I forgot. Halfway. 5 seconds. 2, and 1. Woo. All right, guys, recover. One more block. That's all we got. All right, so final block is going to be our deadlift pattern. Okay, so we just did a reverse. We did a lateral lunge or lateral shift. We did a reverse lunge. We did a suitcase squat. Okay, and think about when you sit down, think about how that feels, right? We're kind of like this, right? Now we're going to do that deadlift pattern. So we're going to hold our weight in front. You can hold 2 weights or 1 weight, okay? Maybe 2 side by side like this, okay? And we're coming forward, and there's a lot more lean. This is going to hit our back side of our body here, okay? And then we drive up this way, okay? So see how this is different from sitting down in a chair, right? Like you wouldn't sit in a chair like this, right? Like we're sitting down in a chair, we would kind of come down, right? This, we're leaning forward, weights all in the back side, and then we're using our hamstrings and glutes to lift it up, okay? So here it is. We kind of lean forward with it, okay? Deadlift, bicep curl march, okay? Then we have our goalpost fly. So we're going to do our internal and external rotation here, okay? Shoulder health. You can do this without weight as well, okay? And then, of course, our slip rope squat. All right, so we're still getting another lateral in for cardio, under and over, okay? All right, guys, we're going to start with that deadlift pattern, okay? And here you're going to do your alternating leg press. If you're seated, you're still going to do that leg press that we did for our lunges, okay? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1, we are on, all right? 2 weights to the side here so you can see. Hips go back, my belly button stays towards my spine, and it's really the back side of the body we're working here. We don't get as much quadricep, the front of the thigh. When we do this one, we get more of the hamstring, the back of the thigh. Three, 2, and 1. All right. Bicep curl and march is next. Seated or standing for this one. We're gonna keep those elbows close to the rib cage, okay? Here we go, and begin. Yes, halfway. Three, two, and one. Okay. Next, we have our goalpost fly. So either very lightweight, 2 pounds, 1 pound, water bottles, or body weight. Okay. I want us to think about this as like a joint mobility. Okay. Here we go. So I'm engaging my glutes and my core. Right. We want everything here to feel like a nice, solid, stiff foundation for our arms to move upon. Think of pulling those shoulder blades back together, like we're activating the muscles in the back of our shoulder while we're actively getting a stretch in the front of our shoulder. Five, three, two, and one. Okay. Final exercise in this circuit is our slip rope squat. Okay, so if you're seated, you're going to be wide stance here, and you're going over and under the rope just like this. Okay, ready? Here we go. Under and over. So think about how this is very similar to our lateral shift. All right, so when we're going under and over, we're mimicking that same pattern we did when we were laterally shifting. The only difference is we've got this movement, our feet are moving back and forth. And if you feel okay there, if you feel like your form's solid, you want to pick it up, if you're looking for that extra intensity, that is up to you. It's your workout. Two and one, round one, two more to go. Woo! All right, what was our first one again? Deadlift, okay? So 2 weights coming in between the feet here. About hip to shoulder width apart. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and sink those hips back, belly button to core, use our back side to come back up. Nice neutral spine here. Come from the side view. Halfway. Ten seconds. 5, 2, and 1. Woo-hoo. All right. Bicep curl and march. These 12-minute blocks are tough. Woo. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Three, 2, and 1. Ooh, okay. Back to our goalpost fly. Okay, so very lightweight, 2 pounds or less. Engage your core, engage your glutes. Here we go. Think of those muscles in your, like around your scapula as being what you're activating, firing. Feel the work in the back of the shoulder, maybe a stretch in the front. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Slip rope squat, bottom of round 2. We go in 10. Ooh, feeling it. Okay, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Under and over. I'm a little sweaty and I'm kind of enjoying the breeze this is giving me. 10 more seconds. We are almost through this workout. Just got one more round after this. 3, 2, and 1. Recover. All right, last 4 minutes of work here. We're going back to our deadlift, our final set here, okay? All right, weights in between those feet, okay? Ready, and begin. Keep that belly button pulled back towards the core. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, those checking off the box there. Bicep curl and march is next, okay? Final set here. 3, 2, and 1. Halfway. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Goalpost. A little very lightweight, 2 pounds or less or no weight. And we're focused on that range of motion through our shoulder. Okay. Ready? Core tight, glutes tight. Here we go. We're going to pull back, thinking of our scapula doing the work here. Bringing it together. Strengthening the back muscles, the upper back. Stretching the muscles in the front of the shoulder and chest. Nice little active recovery prehab exercise before we get into that slip rope squat. Almost there, last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, the This is it. Final 45 seconds here. Slip rope squat in 3, 2, and 1. Under and over. Working on our stabilizer muscles and our hips here by doing our lateral movements, giving us better balance and control over our body with continuous training in those areas. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, nice work, guys. Quick cool down here. Won't keep you long today. Looks like we're gonna just on time here. So we'll do seated stretches here. I'm gonna start with our neck and trap. So nice long stretch. And then same thing, other side. Good. All right, now we'll do our arc overs. We'll twist, we'll get a thoracic stretch, arcing over, looking back behind our shoulder the best we can. No forcing. Feeling that stretch through the trunk of the body there, that rib cage. And then when you're ready, rotate it to the other side. Good, back to center. Now we'll do our figure 4 seated here. Okay, so I'm gonna flex this foot here. All right, I'm stretching this area on the side of my glute, nice and tall. And remember, it's a very small range of motion. It shouldn't take a lot of forward folding to feel that. And I'm trying to stay elongated through my spine, like I'm not rounding this way, right? Stay upright. Good. And then before we do the other one, let's just flex and point 5 and then circle 5 each direction on that ankle. And then when you're ready, set it up for the other side. So I'm gonna cross my foot over, I'm flexing that foot. I'm nice and lengthened through my spine, and I'm just trying to hinge just right through my hip. I'm not rounding my back as I go forward. Small range of motion. You might feel one side more than the other. I don't feel this side as much. That's okay. Sometimes we're tighter on one side than the other. And when you're ready, release that. And then 5 flex and points through the ankle. And then 5 circles each direction. All right, guys, that is a wrap.